Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, from start to finish, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. Turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
Na lifestyle invite umukala mbankala katimba kabulubulu mushitina linsoli yankoko linsoli ya mfumu baona bo Nickson Chilangwa ba Deputy Secretary General wa
gather here this late afternoon, early evening, to talk to all of you colleagues out there about recent happenings in our nation, recent happenings in your beloved party, the Patriotic Front. And I want to thank all the leaders of other political parties, those who stood with us, those who've continued calling us, those who've continued encouraging us, and those who have outrightly rebuked the happenings and the behavior of the government and of one Sampa. And when we say government, the government has got leadership. And the leader of that government is President Hakainde Hichilema. And he will not be absorbed from blame at all. He is at the center of what is happening, and it's about the time he started to reform. It's for his own good. It's for his own political survival that he changes course. We must state here, colleagues, that we have active matters in the High Court, Lusaka Magistrate Court, and these actions being carried out with impunity by Sampa violate the sanctity and integrity of the courts of law. Maus, please do not drag our legal system, our justice system into your nonsense. Please do not drag our justice system, our legal system into your nonsense. There is a limit to which you can provoke the legal system, the judiciary. Just because you are given some sort of lifeline does not mean that you can do everything you want to do to the exclusion of what is going on in the courts of law. That is free advice. In other circles, it's called free consultancy. That actually normally costs money. I'm giving to you free of charge. We ask you that you are in suspension, you were on suspension, you were expelled from this organization. How do you have the audacity of even issuing statements, of even issuing letters? Please, there come a time in life, Miles, when everybody should behave like a normal human being. I want to appeal to you that start behaving like a normal human being, because the crusade you have embarked on has an expiry date. And that expiry date is coming around, and it's coming around very, very quickly. So you better start behaving like a normal human being. Because when the legal fees, when the legal issues start following you, Miles, even your financiers will run away from you. You have caused enough damage to yourself and your family. So it is about time you sat down to reflect and think through all this particular nonsense that you are, and the pain that you are causing to ordinary Zambians. You have no mandate whatsoever to do what you are doing. Nobody gave you this mandate. You cannot organize a picnic, and out of the picnic, you decide to have an election. It doesn't work like that. There are procedures that must be followed. And none of those procedures were ever followed. And you have no mandate whatsoever to organize such a gathering. If you organize a retreat or a picnic, please concentrate on what you do during a retreat or what you eat during a picnic. Do not drag the entire country into this level of nonsense. We have noted your activities, that they are being sponsored and of course, Miles, you have no money for you to organize a retreat. You have no resources whatsoever to do what you are doing, to gallivant and move on. You have no resources, Miles. We know that for sure. So who is financing you? We know of a businessman who is close to powers that be, and you've been getting money from him. We know that for sure. And other states sponsoring you, state agents sponsoring you, you will be abandoned, and they will abandon you very, very soon. They will throw you under the bus, and there you are going at Chimpwena like they're helping you and supporting you. They are not. They are just using you. How do you allow yourself to be used in this particular fashion? How? The time for reckoning is at hand. You know, colleagues, and our members across the country, some of you are phoning, some of you do not understand what is going on. Colleagues, I want you to bring you to speed. When you hear about what happens in Parliament, please look for a book which is called Standing Orders, and it outlines everything that must happen and be done in Parliament. When you see something that does not conform to the standing orders of Parliament, then you know that there's an illegality. So everything that has happened to members of Parliament in the House, especially PF members of Parliament, please refer to the standing orders and you see an illegality going on in the House. So do that. Everything must be referred to this book. So do not panic. When we criticize the UPND government for failure, for not meeting their obligations, you ask us a question to say, as PF, what would you have done in such circumstances? What were your plans? Colleagues, we've got a book here, which we call the PNF Manifesto, 2021 to 2026. It is the most richest resource as at now to what PF would have delivered, to what PF would have continued doing, because we have this book of reference. We don't just talk from without. We have a book of reference, which is this book. Colleague, when we say our colleagues have abrogated the Constitution, do not just shout from the terrace without understanding what we are talking about. When we said President Hakainde Hichilema swore to protect and defend the Constitution, colleagues, look for this book, The Constitution of Zambia. Read through it. Understand. Once you do that, you'll be on terra firma of what you're going to say, and you are going to agree or disagree with us or the other group. It is all here. This book also tells you that a political party is a constitution organ which stipulates things that is expected of it. You as ordinary Zambians, you as members of this party, the PF, you can sue the PF if this constitution is abrogated. You can fall upon certain issues on procedures because of this. And because of this, each political party submits to the Registrar of Society its constitution. This is the PF Constitution. The PF Constitution stipulates procedures and manner of holding its meetings. It tells you who can convene which meeting. It tells you can convene a branch meeting, a ward meeting, constituency meeting, district meeting, provincial meeting, central committee meeting, and it also tells you who can convene a national council and who can convene a general conference. and who is eligible to attend all these meetings. It's not every Jim and Jack. If you are not a member of the PF, you cannot attend the general conference. If you are not one of those who are listed, you cannot attend. If you are a suspended member, you are in bad standing with the party, you cannot stand at an election. You cannot even convene a meeting. You cannot even attend such a meeting. Colleagues, it's all here. And these are the things that we shall continue to submit to the courts of law. And we believe so well that the courts of law are going to come through. Not because of how I speak, not because I say nice things, not because of Emmanuel Mamba, because of this document which is called the Constitution. And because of this document which is called the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia. These are the guiding documents that anyone must use and must follow when dealing with these matters. Because of this document called the Standing Orders, which are used in Parliament to follow procedure. These are the documents. Colleagues, it's the same thing. If somebody comes to you to say, me, I'm a prophet from such and such a ministry, there's a document which guides how a Christian must behave and how he must talk. This is the Bible here. So in the same manner that Christians refer to the Bible, that's the same manner that PF members refer to the PF Constitution. It is in the same manner that judges and courts of law refer to the Constitution of Zambia. So colleagues, wherever you are, all over Zambia, please, I want to ask you that exercise some level of patience as we go through this period. This period will not go forever. What must start must always come to an end. And the people pushing Mao Sampa to be used in that particular fashion, unfortunately, they will not last forever. The government of the UPND, President Hakainde Hichilema, his expiry date, the expiry date of his rule is round the corner. The writing's on the wall. The man has lost ground. I can even refer you to a Bible reading. If you go to Mark 13 verse 28, it's very clear. Mark 13 verse 28. And that particular Bible reading tells me to say, the fig tree teaches us a lesson. When its branches become green and soft and the new leaves begin to grow, you know that summer is very near. You know that summer is very near. When people every day on the radio are saying this president lied to us, this president lies left, right and center, this president promised that he will cut international trips, this president has done nearly 60 international trips, this is the president who tells Zambians that all is well, we've performed far much better, but every Zambian is saying these guys have done far worse than we anticipated. This is the president who promised that the price of meal will come down. This is the president who was elected and ignored the cries of the Zambians. This is the president who said if he's voted into power in the morning and by 14 hours, the exchange rate of the kwacha against the dollar would have come down. This is the president who told you Zambians that because of his global connections, he's bringing $25.6 billion worth of investment into this economy. Has anyone seen that kind of investment yet? Me, I'm here to see it. This is the same president, colleagues, who told us that he will reduce his trips. This is the president who said vendetta must not be allowed here in this country. Today they are pleading and clapping for vendetta. He says the PF have killed the farmers. Year in, year out from 2021, farmers are complaining about chaotic supply system for the inputs. This is the president who has said they've delivered 100% farming inputs this year. Lo and behold, people are sharing fertilizer in what is commonly referred to as medas. This is the presidency under Hakainde Hichilema's presidency. They have legitimized a certain word called junkies. When boys speak, they want to work, they want some sort of engagement, they are referred to as junkies. Nobody must refer to another human being as a junkie. Nobody should be referred to as a junkie. But we hear UPND ministers referring to people as junkies. That's totally unacceptable. That's not right. How do you refer to another human being as a junkie? This term has just come with UPND. It was never there during the PF. It was not there during the MMD. So you youths, Zambian youths, you rise in your big numbers to go and vote for this person to become your president instead of giving you what he promised you, heaven on earth, jobs, even hearing. He cannot give you an ear. He starts calling you that you are junkies. That's not acceptable. You must refuse to be referred to as junkies. So colleagues, today I'm here to assure our members across the country that the PF leadership is in charge of the affairs of the party. We are in total control because the so-called Mao Sampa group do not belong to PF. They are not part of us. If indeed, as I hear that some people are being disciplined, people are being expelled, who constitutes the disciplinary committee? Which central committee is set to ratify such decisions? It's all here. For you to discipline anybody, you must follow the procedure. There is a code which we follow. And if somebody must be summoned to come for a meeting, there is what we call the cause of natural justice. You don't call somebody in the middle of the night. Tomorrow you must answer charges. Today you have not answered charges. You are being expelled. Who does that? Via social media. Unfortunately, all those who are receiving funny letters from these characters, please ignore those letters, because these guys have got no local standing for them to charge you, for them to discipline you, because they are not in charge of the political party called the Patriotic Front. We are in charge. Colleagues in Parliament, you have got a duty to represent your people. You've got a duty to speak on behalf of the Zambians. You have a duty to bring out the ills and the failures of the UPND. That's our duty. That's why we are called the opposition. Colleagues across the country, I want you to continue preparing. Preparing, because when we take over government, we are not going to waste time. We are not going to be looking for who must do this and so on. For us, our duty is to start implementing. You remember what President Sasa did? He said within 90 days. Within 90 days, things started happening. President Lungu continued with Michael Sata's vision, and we delivered to the full expectation of the Zambians. So for us, our duty is to assure you, all of you colleagues, that what you are seeing these colleagues doing, Mao Sampa in particular, they are the kicks of a dying horse. Yes, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Mao Sampa's time is coming to its evening. Just like President Hakainde's time as president of the Republic of Zambia. President Hakainde Hichilema cannot go beyond it. We saw that the trucks that collided in Shirundu. And that is not Odi Mukula you are selling that we saw. Those are fresh, straight from the forest. What do you have to say about that? President Hakainde Hichilema, we are calling upon you. Zambians are calling upon you to come back to earth. Probably you are at Mars. Please come back to earth and deal with this particular issue. Why is it that you keep on trotting, running around, instead of sitting at State House? President Hakainde, we have not forgotten that you've done so many illegal things. One, you've not moved to Nkwazi. You continue staying somewhere, a community something. That is not right. People are saying declare your assets. Even if it's not required by law. It's just a good corporate way of doing things. If we, as members of Parliament, have declared our assets, what's wrong with you declaring your assets? You are supposed to uphold the Constitution, President Hakainde Hichilema. You swore to protect the Constitution. You cannot go and obliterate the Constitution in the fashion that you are doing. We call upon you, and I feel sorry for you, because As we speak, we are being told that ZRA has underperformed. There's no money to collect anywhere because there's no money in the economy. So what are you going to do about all this? What are you going to do, President Hakainde Hichilema? It has taken you 2 years. You are celebrating. No, we've got 1.3 billion from IMF. No, IMF has given us money. Things are going to be okay. Where is the 1.3 billion? Why is it not working for the ordinary Zambian? Where is that 1.3 billion? You keep on dancing around, celebrating. Your MPs and ministers were celebrating like little kids when they heard the information that something has happened regarding 1.3 billion. Oh, the 1.3 billion actually is a mirage. Looks like it's a mirage. So these are issues that we must concentrate on and not PF. Please keep your hands off PF. PF is our baby. It's a baby of the Zambians who believe in democracy. And we want to ask you, please keep your hands off PF. You have used Mao Sampa for far too long. And you know why you are using Mao Sampa. Probably you understand that a character might not be of sound mind. So you want to continue using him. Umuntu ngata kumanina le mrefu okumubomfya in the manner you are doing to Mao Sampa. It's not fair, President Hakainde Hichilema. Umfira ko Mao Sampa oluse because akabayeka. I appeal to you. Musiyeni munzanu Mao Sampa ba Hakainde. So kwanira. So I hope my message is very clear to you, President Hakainde Hichilema, to Mao Sampa, that you are being used, and they are using you because they understand that you are defective. Thank you, colleagues.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.